This is Vertical Football Podcast, and welcome to another edition of 5 Things We Learned. Newcastle versus Arsenal. It was an amazing game. It was the war. It was a fight. It was a war between two amazing teams, and both managers showed us that this is Premiership, and don't expect the same thing week in, week out. So let's quickly dive into the 5 things. Number one is that the return of set piece goals as a decider factor. That's the first thing. The return of a set piece goals as a decider factor. And that is what I noticed in this game. Set piece. I said in my last 5 things that teams are going more direct and going back to the basics. And I think that today it was obvious between Arsenal and Newcastle. When Newcastle scored the first set piece, I was asking myself, these are set piece specialists. Arsenal are so good in this set piece, and they are punished with the same set piece. But it was amazing. So set piece now is back, and both teams doing long throw, both teams doing corner kick, both teams doing almost similar thing. And even though Arsenal tried to penetrate from the middle of the park to give a true ball to Gyökeres, it was difficult. And that's my first thing, the return of set piece goal. And we noticed that it was set piece that gave Arsenal the equalizing goal. It was set piece that gave Arsenal the winning goal. So amazing, right? So I think right now, people should not blame Arteta for this set piece, because almost every coach is now adopting this to give them an advantage. So I think Arsenal was punished by the set piece, and also Newcastle also saw the same thing too. Number 2 is that I'm going to call out a player, even though I end up giving him the man of the match, and that is Gabriel. Yes, I don't know how a professional player like that will fall so cheap that way. Give him you are not even meant to be maneuvered by a striker. You are meant to show that you're a bully. Maybe you want to try a trick, thinking that the ref is going to give the guy or give him a free kick. But he went down so soft. And not only that, typical Gabriel, after scoring, after that match, he went back and hit him hard without the guy doing anything. And that is so, it's not part of fair play. It is. I know it was a difficult match. I know it was bad, but you need to put your control in order. Other matches, assuming something, what he did was so obvious that they have to check VAR, you'll be given maybe a yellow card, and now you'll be conscious about it. I think Gabriel needs to discipline himself. I know that Arteta will have told him in the dressing room that you need to calm down, and he brought him with a good display with the help of Saliba coming in. Number 3 is that Newcastle low block was for them to do transition. But I like the fact that Arteta saw that coming. So what did he do? After they scored the draw, after the matches, he threw in more players. And that is the third thing. Arteta risking it all. That is what we want in the game of football. You are 1-0 down, risk it all. Risk it. These people, the more you risk it all, and you are controlling the ball the way you are controlling it before, that is it. Risk it all. Removing Subrimedi, bringing in Odegaard, Merino, removing Calafiori. It's amazing. It gave the Newcastle players headache. And I now see that Odegaard can also do more for Arsenal, and the combination of Odegaard Eze can also be amazing in this Arsenal setup, because I saw it that Arteta, maybe he has been listening to me, he reached it all, everything. He said, no, this time I must get a win. And he did that, and he got it right. So I think this is what a champion should be doing. If you want to be a champion, risk it all, get the amazing point, and show them that you are here to stay. Show them that this is why you are going to win the league, if possible. This match shows the masterclass that Arteta can actually risks it all. And to a lot of people that have been shouting, saying, hey, Arteta be defensive. I don't think he has been defensive. Apart from against Manchester United. Every other game, he has dominated, he has pushed forward. Yes, he was a bit conscious, but that doesn't mean that in this match, he took everything in. He said, this time, I want to put the best leg, and that's it. Number 4 is that Gyökeres, amazing player, but the tug of war between Gyökeres and their center half was something else. At one point, it was as if Gyökeres will die because he was putting everything in. Arsenal keep on going direct, throwing long ball to Gyökeres, and it was difficult for Gyökeres to even maintain the distance, even though he showed some sparks. So Gyökeres, my thought is, this is Premiership. You need to understand. I think Arsenal should. Maybe that's why Arteta brought in Eze, so I can get more of true ball, so I can run in true ball and get the ball. But it was an amazing match for Gyökeres, but he needs to understand that in the Premiership, defenders are more physical. So what do? When you know that you have that type of leaning back, hold-up play, which I know you are not that good. It's not that good hold-up play, but you need to now train yourself more. I think in the training session, I know they should be doing that right now. They need to start putting Gyökeres in and say, this is how to do the hold-up play. And I know that with time, I just add that Gyökeres on for bonus points. Now, there's something I want to say, which is the 15, is Arteta calculated risks. Now, if you look at that match very well, you will notice that Timber was inverting, and it was as if he was almost everywhere with Saka. And something now rings bell to me that he knows that Newcastle in the first half, he knows that Newcastle in the first half are going to come with counter press. And what did he do? He strategically mixed the playbook. He mixed it up to the point that he took away the ideology that Newcastle thought Arsenal is going to bring in, thinking that Timber will be more of pegged into the wing, going to the byline. But what did he do? He inverted Timber, not only inverted him, and also gave him the free movement to move around the park. And that is something unique. And if you can see that game, you see that Timber was instrumental in holding up some plays, helping in trying to breaking some loose end, and also helping in the midfield too. It was so amazing. A fullback going center, even sometimes attacking narrow for Arsenal in that match. It shows that he has done it. Is it last season or early this season? Maybe he has done it early this season. And I thought to myself, if Arteta can do more of this, it will give coaches, take them off guard, a lot of off guard. And finally, is that St. James's Park is a place whereby even when you get a draw, you do something. But I like the fact that the mentality, and this is type of mentality you want from a player, never say die mentality. And that type of mentality is what they need to bring in, week out. Mentality was amazing. Yes, I know they were in one goal down. I was thinking that they will just, after scoring the equalizing goal, they will just rely and say, okay, let's just hook up with this thing. They went for the decider. And that mentality is amazing. Now, with Odegaard fit and Eze there, Arsenal have more options to go forward. So in their next match, I know Arteta will be bringing in something new. So if in the next match, you are seeing the combination of Eze in the wings, Odegaard in the match, and also using Rice and Zubimendi, it shows something. It shows promise. It shows that this Arsenal team can go places. But the question is this mentality, will it be consistent? The stuff of champion is when you are trailing, maybe one go down, two goes down, and you're able to come back and finish up the match. And that is what you need. It is not about the starting alone. It's about the decider when you are in the second half of the league. This mentality should give them, they should hold on to this mentality throughout the season, because that is how you can win the Premier League. That is how you can go far in this Premier League. Because I know a lot of Arsenal fans are saying we need the Premier League now. If you can come in, week out against top opponents and give that same mentality that yes, we can win this game, I think this will be the stuff that everybody will respect, and also everyone around will understand the fact. So kudos to Newcastle. They really deserve a draw, but Arsenal was more resilient than them. But at the same time, it's a game of football. You lose, and you win, and you lose, or sometimes draw. But if you have any other opinion about everything I've said, put it in the comment section. Comment, subscribe, like. Until we meet again, stay fixed to Vertical Football Podcast. Bye-bye.